Hi, I'm Jackson,
And I'm Dad.
and welcome to Jaxon's and Dad's Outdoor Adventures.
Today we're going to do a full setup and review on the Summerways pool. So if you're in the market, stay tuned as we dive in.
I'm gonna dive in too. Abigail, come over here. Come, get the camera. I'm gonna dive too.
You're going to want a good, sturdy, level, and flat ground. For us, this was already done since this is not the first year with the pool. For reference, we scraped down the sod, dug down the high side, and filled and level with tailing, then packed it down. A good practice is to put down a heavy-duty tarp before the pool, preferably bigger than your pool diameter. Make sure to sweep off any rocks. This is a good time for the little helpers to start placing all the crossbeams, tees, posts around the pool. Start unfolding the pool, working from the center out. Get your helpers to start putting the hardware nice and close. Cross beams, tees, posts, and repeat. This will make setup much quicker. You should have a nice uniform layout before assembly. Now you should position where you want it. Make sure to get your spouse to tell you where you want it. Once it's full, you can't move it, and if you're wrong, it will be a long summer. Be sure to position the drain so it will flow away from the pool, downhill. This pool is set up to take a garden hose so you can control where the water goes. I have it set up so that drain feeds underground to the water heater. For my drain, I just tapped into that. It runs underground to the woods. So in the fall, all I have to do is turn the valve and wait a few days. Start the assembly by connecting the tees to the right side of the crossbeam. Push the button down, push in, and get it to pop into position. Keep doing this all around, and yes, there is a reason for them to be on the right. We'll get to that shortly. Once they are all set up, start putting the crossbeams through the slots in the pool walls, moving to the right. And connecting to the previous one as you go. Get your helpers to hand you cross beams along the way. Make sure your last connection is to the Easy Link T. This is why we work to the right. It's a bit of a struggle, but it will go. Feed the post between the pool wall and the support strap and connect it to the T. This is where pre-setup and helpers make the job go quicker. Go around and make sure each post is square, level, and perpendicular. At this point, I suggest putting in about 1 inch of water. While you wait for the water, you can start on the ladder. Be sure to put warning labels towards inside of the ladder, and I suggest putting the bolt from inside to out. Then tighten them down with a 10mm and a Phillips, and repeat on the other side. For the steps, you will need to start from the bottom and work your way up. Place the plastic clips onto the square part of the tube with the spring facing inward. Slide the step down and smack it into place. Put both top parts on one ladder. Then the next, keeping the bolts going outward. Tighten all fasteners with your 10mm and Phillips. Now that the ladder is done, and you got 1 inch of water in the pool, get a helper to get in and push out all the wrinkles. Also direct you to pull on the bottom of the pool. Again, I suggest your spouse, because if you miss a wrinkle, it will be a long summer. Now, let's get started on the pump and filter. For the skimmer/pump combo, the rubber gasket goes on the outside of the pool, against the skimmer. Put it through the hole and tighten from the inside. Try to keep the skimmer as level as possible. Place your filter in so it clips to the bottom, with your strainer basket, and then your cover. For the return spout, the gasket goes on the inside. On the outside, place the washer, then the nut. I suggest tightening the 90-degree nipple and positioning it downward before tightening the nut. The inside can be loosened and turned at any time. I always turn mine away from the skimmer, creating a clockwise current, pushing debris to the skimmer. Then hook both ends of the hoses. Now you're ready to start filling the pool. Keep an eye on the water level markers in the skimmer. Outside of these lines, it won't work properly. When you plug the pump in, its default is set to 10 hours. This means it will run for 10 hours, rest for 14, and then run again for 10 hours. It's based off of 24 hours. You can set it anywhere you want between 1 and 10. For example, if you set it for 8 hours, it will rest for 16. For the review, let's start with the cons. First off, the cover. We used it for the first season, and it was a constant struggle to keep it on. The hose vacuum. It was just a cheap hose vacuum that all these pools come with. They don't work. Water level. Because of the style skimmer, you can't fill the pool to the top if you want to. Now the pros. The setup. These pools are super easy to set up. Once you're used to it, it can be done in less than 30 minutes. Water level. Even though you are restricted because of the skimmer, this pool is 5 inches deeper than the others in its class. The top line is 41 inches deep. Cleaning system. This skimmer works amazing. Easy to clean, you don't have to adjust it, and it's not taking up space in the pool like the other types. We buy our filters in bulk on Amazon. All in all, I definitely recommend this pool. The whole family enjoys it very much. For the cover, we switched to a solar blanket. Easier to use and helps with heating the pool. The vacuum. We knew going into this purchase we would invest in a robotic vacuum. It was a few dollars, but well worth it. It does an amazing job and takes little to no time, giving us more time to play. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We are not a pool channel, but there will be lots of pool content. Reviews on the solar blanket and robotic vacuum, how we did the pool heater, pool games, and challenges.
Thank you for watching. No, definitely not. No. Get it out. Get it out. Dad, stay tuned for warmer water and more pool fun.